Hello, everybody. Good evening or good afternoon, wherever you're at. Excuse me. Sorry, Najumu here, and welcome to more Tavern Talk. So, last time around, we managed to get a bit of an introduction of how the game works. Basically, we need to mix certain ingredients depending on how you are able to factor what emotion or what type of stat that you want to buff up. Like, for example, attack, defense, bravery, or probably a lot. Like, I think there were 6 of them, to be honest. And also, we are able to produce summaries out of rumors so that adventurers can go on their quests. And speaking of the adventurers, we already met a good bunch of characters, and like I mentioned last time, Fable is the standout. I love them a lot. They're amazing. They are pretty much the best type of elf failure. Thanks for Crid for that one. And speaking of which, hello Crid, good morning. Same for Rayquaza as well, good morning. And Stranger here as well, good evening, good evening. Welcome everybody. So yeah, might as well continue with the story, shall we? All right, let's see. Oh, there's the autosave, but let's continue. Okay, Starlight Sonata. We're still in Act 1. All right, let's see who's going to show up in the tavern. Ooh, it's a nice hue. Oh, who is this? Hey, Innkeep. Hey, Chrissy. Long time no see. So true. I've been busy this hatching season. A lot to do? Yeah. The birds seem to be in a slight uproar. Like something is amiss. Just can't figure out what. Animals often have a sixth sense, you know. They do indeed. Anyways, hand over a drink, will you? Of course. What'll it be this time? Something for the wits again? You know me well. Too well, I guess. That's the curse of being a regular. Eventually, I'll have you all figured out. I hate to disappoint you, but you're wrong today. Am I now? Yes. I'm quite confident in the capabilities of my mind and wits. Of course. So, what I'll need instead is something to protect me from weather or foe, so I'm steeled for any situation. That makes sense. I'll see what I can do. The art style looks so beautiful as usual in this game. Yeah! It fits, like, the setting perfectly. Even, like, the character designs look fantastic as well. Okay, so the order is... Oh, so she needs a Frosted Lagoon. Alright, doable. That's very much doable. Let's see. What should be this? Alright, let's see what we have here. It should be a little bit more. What is this? A little bit. And then we'll put a little bit of this. Yeah, it should be good. I would love an action RPG in this style. I wouldn't be surprised if one actually like that exists. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. It's still not right? Alright, undo. You can have it. Oh, I used the wrong one. Whoops. Alright, you can have that back. The one thing that I feel about making drinks in this game, it's a little finicky. to be honest. It's slightly finicky. Yeah, it's a little too much. There we go. All right, here you go. Hopefully that's the one she actually wants. Liquid steel, just a bit more digestible. This is exactly what I need for my trip. Where are you headed anyways? Oh, the island of Boreas. I want to reconnect with some friends at the annual Borean Art Convention. Isn't Boreas difficult to reach? Not exactly a place known for its population. The convention is especially for creatures like Sylvian spirits, trolls, and the like. They'll also be electing the scariest monster for the next issue of Screech Magazine. That sounds exciting. It'll be a sight to behold for sure. But do you know what I'm most excited about? I'll say gnomes. Gnomes? I've yet to meet a gnome on Boreas. Ah, they're pretty shy, but they craft cute little trinkets. Always wanted to have one for my tavern. If I run into a gnome, I'll buy a trinket for you. Now that we know what I'd be excited for, how about you? The geysers and hot springs, especially around this time of year when the mornings are still a bit chilly, and the sun tickles the sky on the horizon. That sounds lovely. I'm sure those things will be nice muses too. Bet! I'm bringing an extra set of paints this time so I don't run out again. I mean, Fable taught me how to make some flowers and berries, but Borean flora is unsuitable for things like that. Seems like you're well prepared either way. Absolutely. How are the birds doing apart from being in distress? Well, the cinnamon green checked conures are growing up to be such a lovely bunch. I can't wait to release them back into the wild once they're strong enough. With your care, they'll be ready in a heartbeat. I'm guessing you're taking Ruby and Merlin along to the convention? Of course. As for the others, I obviously can't take them with me. But I asked Fable to look after everyone. In exchange, I'll teach them how to grow zucchini. Speaking of which, I wanted to leave my keys under their doormat. Sorry for the short stay, but I gotta hurry or else I'll miss my boat. It's quite the walk to their treehouse. And you don't want to have to compensate me for that, do you? I wouldn't mind. I also don't want you to be late for your convention. Well then, so long, Inky. See you soon. She seems pretty nice. Ah, there they are. Good evening. Good evening, Fable. Did you have a good day? I did. Well, sort of. It was a little depressing. How so? Can I have a drink first? Sure. What are you looking for? Something zesty, perhaps? No, not today. Something to help me wind down a little. Feel a little like a bunch of mushy moss. Well, I still have to make the rounds around the grove later. So something that'll keep me awake and agile would be nice. You think you know me well enough to guess what I might need? I could use a reminder. Of course. Try something with dexterity. A swift strike should be a safe bet. Thank you. One moment. Alright, let's do the swift strike. Alright. So, it's going to be primarily on, the wing that we see here. And yes. Okay. And then we'll do a little bit when it comes to the defense. Okay. And let's try to have a bit on wit, right? Ah, there we go. All right. Here. Thank you. This is delicious. You always know what I need. I think I feel ready to tell you the story now. Please go ahead. Do you remember Mr. Dragon? Care's deadbeat werewolf uncle? Unfortunately, I think he's still on our mind. By the way, I tried DS2 today for an hour and I didn't like it that much. It's understandable. I heard mixed reactions for you're referring to Dead Island 2, right? I heard a lot of people say that they didn't like that one a lot. Well, at least you managed to get the game for free, so it's no big loss. She's been very down since we came back, and I'm worried about how quiet she's being too. I wanted to cheer her up. That's very kind of you. How did you do that? I only tried to. It didn't go very well. I should probably just pretend it didn't happen. Fable, tell me about it, please. Okay. So we have this small werewolf community in the Ashen Grove. A couple of lycanthrope... is it lycanthrope or lycanthrope? Let's say lycanthrope affected elves settled there about 200 years ago. They've welcomed people like them ever since. They offer support for anyone trying to get their curse under control. And a home with a beautiful view to boot. I thought if I took Carolyn there, I could show her that there's still hope for our uncle, even if he doesn't find a cure. She thought it was ridiculous and a little silly. At least until I started trying to involve the werewolves. Oh boy. I tried to tell them about Mr. Dragon so they could help cheer her up. I thought if I told them he's chasing a cure, they would be interested in meeting him. Maybe even offer to help. But instead, everyone just ended up really sad. And then we were all quiet. I'm sorry, Fable. It was a sweet idea. Maybe just a little too soon. The beautiful view out the window and the cozy feel of the cabin, I like it. Yeah, even the music sounds super calming. Yep, I was talking about Dead Island 2 and since I didn't spend any money on it, everything is fine. Yeah, I mean, free is free. Maybe one day, if you feel like going back to it, then yeah, at least it's still there. I wish I could have done more that day. Maybe made them talk it out or hug it out or yell it out. That day is over. It happened and it went how it went. All you can change is the present. I guess that's true. I took her on a walk after, my favorite spots in the grove. She told me a bit about her Baba. She sounds much nicer than Mr. Dragon. Indeed. I hope that Wyvern Chimera is everything she hopes it to be. Perhaps it will be. Maybe it'll be even more. I hope so. Well, may the stars of Cassiopeia and Leviathan guide her way. May they lead her down the right path and back to my tavern. Do you think she'll let me read her star sign soon? Maybe if you ask her nicely. Maybe. though I wouldn't want to bother her. Okay, I want to actually save here. Let us save. Let's save. And let's continue. Which one should we go for? Maybe we should ask her. Alright, if you say so. I'll ask her when she comes back so I can draw her a chart. If she says no, I'll just keep trying until I figure her out. That's the spirit. I hope she'll come back. Of course she will. They always do. I'd like to think so. Me too. Should take a break from worrying. Maybe stay a while before heading back. That sounds like a good idea. I'll just idle here a bit, if that's okay. Always. Oh, there he is. I wish there was a game with this art style in fantasy medieval times, where I can run a shop and sell all kinds of armor, weapons, potions, magic and stuff. There is a game which is fantasy based, but you are a potion seller. It's called Potionomics. I think at the moment it's only on Steam, but I think it has what you have in mind. It's also very good looking. It's not in 2D sprites though, it's in 3D. But I think if you check it out, it's might fit the bill for you. Alright. Greetings, Inkeep. Greetings, Kyle. Greetings, green creature. Greetings, Mr. Vampire. Oh, how polite. Are you enjoying your drink? I am, thank you. Then I will leave you to its inspiring aftertaste. Inky, say, did you move your inn by any chance? It took me hours to find it. I did not. Are you sure? I believe new alleyways may have formed themselves around your establishment. With winding paths and dark corners. Anything could be hiding within them. Like a vampire? No, silly snack. I don't need to hide. Except during games of hide and seek. I am very good at those. Maybe the inn wanted to play around with you. Mayhaps, but it underestimated my skill. Potion seller, I need your strongest potions. God, I love that meme. As a 3-time hide-and-seek world champion, I would never lose to such a youngling of an inn. It's not that young. The wood isn't even rotten yet, dear Inky. It still has many eons. It still has many eons ahead of it. I like the sound of that. As a celebration of a match well won, may I offer you a drink? Yes, I think that would be well deserved. Has that delicious blood of yours made it onto the menu yet? Not yet. Shame. Then I'll have some of that fall blood again, please. It does make my bones feel more sturdy. Coming right up. Alright, so we'll be giving him some more of that Southern Brawler. More of that Southern Brawler. Oh, there we go. And what else do we need? A little bit more on the defense, I suppose, and a little bit more on... And where is that? There we go. Some fall blood for your bones. Enjoy. Ah, this is perfect, innkeep. Only thing that could make me happier would be a drink lovingly titled The Innkeeper's Vein. Keep dreaming, Count Dracula. Speaking of dreams, how's the retrieval of my cave coming along? Swimmingly. Well, actually, I think there's very little water involved. I wouldn't be so sure. My dear Evelyn has a beautiful pond filled with long-toothed spine guppies in her courtyard. It's her pride and joy. I would hope no one is swimming in that. But I have sent someone on your quest. I'm sure he'll return soon, and you and your cape will be reunited. Marvelous! Speaking of inseparable teams, where's Rhea? Oh, she's taking the day off. She demanded vacation time, so I said she could choose any day, and she chose today. I was going to also take a day off and spend her vacation with her. But when I wanted to follow her to the market, my sleeve caught on fire, and my hand, and my hair, so I was forced to stay back due to my allergies. The weeping amaryllis pollen is very bad this time of year. And the sun. The sun is also bad for vampires. It is? Yes. Right. I need sunscreen. It's in the works. Did you get to see the market later? I did. It was beautiful, colorful, and full of music that would make anyone's heart dance. But I couldn't find Rhea anywhere, so I felt a little lonely. Luckily, I managed to make a new friend in no time. Very tall and brooding, just how I like them. I inquired if I could try on his dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone. But he said if I tried to take it from him, he would turn me into ash. What a jokester. Dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone? Yes, a true connoisseur of fashion. He's just visiting, he said. Had some great crepe recommendations. Plum crepes with ash sprinkles? Yes, they tasted deliciously dead. I see. I hope you enjoyed your evening together. We did, though I feel he asked something of me. I promised I would remember. Perhaps he wanted my cape? Many people want my cape. Perhaps. But I would never have agreed to that. It is my cape, after all. Maybe he wanted my pasca recipe? Is it good? Very much so. And I'd like it as well. Oh, yes, you. Me? He asked me about you. Hinata, welcome. Up to the stream. I'm doing pretty well, stranger. It's been pretty exhausting, not too exhausting, but pretty exhausting day, but, yeah, it was all good. It was all good. Me? Yes. Said he's an old friend of yours. He was very curious about how your inn is doing. I sang your praises, of course, so he asked me to deliver you greetings. Congratulations on the well-run establishment. How did he phrase it? Deliver my congratulations on the fall piece your precious innkeep has found in the House of Denial. Very poetic if you ask me. Very. If only I could remember his name. Does my description of him ring any bells for you? No, I'm afraid not. Too bad. He must be an old childhood friend. Maybe you went to school together? I heard many friendships are formed in such halls. Maybe. Do you want to tell me more about your time at the market? Most certainly. I found the loveliest of trinkets. Like a little stuffed bear with a tiny raincoat and a crescent elder moon necklace. I found a gorgeous sun charm as well. I bought it for Rhea as a welcome back from vacation gift. That's very sweet. Your friend bought a delightful raven figure with eyes of starlight. Please don't call him that. We should never deny our friends, even if we don't remember them. I don't remember any of my friends. Alas, I still love them, even if their memory lives on in my heart. Anyhow, he said it was a gift for himself to celebrate the dawning month of the astral moon. Oh, I love Cassiopeia so dearly. She's in the most beautiful month, is she not? A haven of starlight reflected in a primordial sea below. Only once a year is she this close to us, and only then for a short period of time. To me, she is the harbinger of yearning and of change. I wonder how we'll change this month. I hope to be more capeful and sunscreened by the end of it. Maybe even a little less alone. What about you? I like the way I am, but I wouldn't say no to stocking up on more ingredients. The refusal of change is dangerous, innkeeper. Change always comes to those who deny it the most. By the end of the astral moon, we shall no longer be who we once were. That sounds like a threat. By no means. Maybe it promises mourning, but maybe celebration also, would it not? For example, my dear Rhea hated vampires when she met me, and now she likes me. True change can occur before the stars change, it seems. Oh my god. Hold on a second, folks. Need to just do something pretty quick. That's what I get for not having that open. Let me just fix something quick. Go. All right. All right. Have a good dinner, stranger. Have fun. Alrighty, let's continue. I don't want to hurt his feelings, but you are hard to dislike. Oh, how sweet of you. As sweet as my blood. I have a lot of it. I would hope you do. And it runs warm when people are kind to me. In all my millennia, kindness has always made me the happiest. There's nothing greater than friendship. Don't you agree? Nothing more fragile. That makes it all the more precious. That reminds me, I forgot a crucial part of the message. Our dear friend Stranger told me that he would like to see you again. He said, what was it? Don't think too hard about it. Ah, of course, the letter. The letter? The polite young man gave me a letter to deliver to you. What a sweet gesture! I shall pass it on to you forthwith. Thank you. Are you not going to open it? No, I don't think now's the right time for a letter. Not enough moonlight. But wouldn't it be kind of romantic? Longingly dwelling in the memories of a friend? It would go so well with the fireworks. What fireworks? I have no clue. He said he hopes you'll enjoy them. Fireworks! Doesn't that sound lovely? I hope they aren't part of a private event. I think that would be difficult to do with fireworks. I don't mean to interrupt, but... What is it, little fawn? Look outside. I think the fireworks have started. Oh, how beautiful! They're falling from the sky. Hello, little fireworks. Sparkle on. Those aren't fireworks. They're stars. Huh? Wait, what? Whoa, what's going on? Oh, is everyone going outside? Huh? Oh, what happened? Okay, that was sudden. What the heck happened? Oh, they ran away. Ah. Okay. So the stars were falling and then everyone just ran out. Okay, now I get it. It felt weird when just everyone vanished all of a sudden and then everything was quiet. Okay, then. I'm glad the inn wasn't severely damaged by the falling stars. Well, it did take me nearly the whole day to finish all those little repairs. The building might still look a little bit battered, but it could be worse. Hopefully none of my customers got hurt yesterday. It's not much, but I should surprise them with a new drink on the menu. That way, whoever comes in can get at least a small taste of normalcy. A sunny breeze, it's a new one. I think that sounds like a good plan. Innkeeper. Jade? Didn't think you'd show up again from laughter last time. No hard feelings. Remind me again, who started that whole brawl? No clue, actually. Must have slipped my mind. Would a drink help you remember? If I wanted to chat about it, maybe. But you know how much of the remnants of the past bore me. And let's focus on the present. Let's. I didn't come all this way to revel in old times, after all. Although, I brought you something I knew you'd find useful. Just in case you did remember who started the brawl. Oh, this is interesting. Let me see. It's some thunder sage. Found it in one of my jobs, but didn't have any use for it. Just don't try to boil tea out of its leaves. Tastes dreadful. Numbs your tongue. You seem to be speaking from experience. Tavern seems to be getting in years. Seems like nothing can escape the grip of time. Wasn't even sure if it was still open. Is it that bad? I guess some would say age adds character. What would you say? I'd say you've gotten old. Ouch. Oh, don't take it too personally. You've still got some of your old spark? Ish. That's at least something. Not the brightest flame, but funky enough. Thank you? Now, I'd actually like to try one of your fiery drinks. What can I serve you? Something that'll keep my mind sharp. You never know what'll come your way next. Gotcha. Alright, drink time. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so we need to have Sparking Nebula. Yeah, we need to do Sparking Nebula. Rank up. Alright. There we go. No actual sparks, but perhaps something sparkling. Now that's what you call a drink. Maybe you haven't gotten in on years so much after all. Well, some things never wither. What are you doing in Zenith these days? Keeping up to date? Checking out the latest town gossip after my most recent gig? Your most recent gig? I finished up a job in the Say Plains. A sandworm kept terrorizing a group of seal wool merchants at the edge of the plains. I myself am very fond of those creatures. They just mind their own business, but sometimes, they gotta eat. But you know how it is. Something gotta pay the bills after all. So I took the gig. It was a cushy job, though. Though I still managed to get sand between my teeth. Luckily, it was only a sandworm and not one of those mimics that pretend to be part of the local fauna and... Snap! Gone you are. Anyway, I also heard about some unrest in Zoford from one of the local merchants and decided to go take a look. Zoford? The seaport? Yeah. Always considered it rather a calm area. It was. It still is. Sometimes, at least. Initially, I thought the unrest was related to the local thieves guild. So, I went there to deal with some bandits, look at their most wanted list, and cash out. There was no real challenge, though, so I didn't pick anything up. Other than a few hushed whispers at the marketplace, that is. Something about some Archmage familiar that went missing or whatever. Perhaps a job for you? I'm not a welfare association. Like, what do I care about missing familiars if no one's going to pay me, you know? Of course. I was way more interested in hearing more about the undead on the other side of the country that my colleagues were mumbling about. So I came here, and naturally couldn't resist coming by to see how you were holding up. I'm doing very well. Well, that's good news, considering the state of your tavern. It's not that bad. Sure, whatever you say. So, do you know anything about those undead? Not really. I've been occupied with cleaning up this mess. Tavern was just a tad affected by some recent incidents. What do you mean? The shooting stars? Shooting stars? It's much more serious than that. Innkeeper, a drink, please. Perhaps something to boost my defenses. I'll have to be equipped for every possible situation after this kind of morning. Coming right up. Alright, more defense. So it'll be a frosted lagoon again. And, oh, that's too much. There we go. Please, enjoy. Like dragon scales. Sturdy, strong, flawless. Glad I could impress. You have no idea how much this catastrophe has affected the poor citizens of Zenith. My day off. I can only imagine what scars it must have left on the rest of the country. I mean, some star managed to affect not only the tavern but also the whole city. Must have been pretty bad. Speaking of which, I'd be happy to help you fix this place up. If the money's right, of course. No, thank you. Closing up early today and tomorrow to take care of things. All right, Chief. The offer stands. What? You don't really believe it was just shooting stars, do you? What else would it have been? Have you not seen the damage? Last time I checked, shooting stars were flaming comets traveling through the firmament of Cassiopeia. Sometimes they crash on Gaia. Rarely, but it happens. Nothing I would worry about. Just an average Genesis for me. Cassiopeia, help me. What? Do you know something I don't? Perhaps. Oh, do enlighten me, please. Well, it seems you're not aware of who you're talking to. Nope. My name is Elithia Anwar. I'm a devotee of the great dragon Cassiopeia, bringer of change and lady of the Gilded Sea. I fight for those who cannot fight for themselves, bring justice to those who would bring doom. But I am very aware of when something is wrong with the firmament. Cool. Pleasure to meet you, Elithia. Now, trust me when I tell you, this was more than just your average asteroid shower. I'm bad at trusting strangers, but go ahead. I believe something way worse happened. What? I know the stars fell from the sky. Literally. Usually, I reside in Aperture. It's a temple in the far northeast, dedicated to Cassiopeia. But for my niece's birthday, I decided to take a few days off and visit her, take her to the carnival on the outskirts of Zenith. We were just on our way back, when suddenly, right above us, the sky was ablaze with millions of stars raining down on Gaia. I'm very attuned to the realms of Cassiopeia, the harbor of all luminaries in the firmament. Just say astral realm. Wouldn't do the place justice. But what would you know? It's a vast and yet so full of beauty. It's an ocean with a glistening surface, home to creatures beyond our comprehension. It's the theological term for it. Anyways, I noticed something was off the moment it happened, perhaps even a tad beforehand. Like the feeling of impending doom when all the hairs on your neck stand up and, there's a creature lurking somewhere in the shadows. Exactly. Which is why, Innkeep, I came here right after fulfilling my duties this morning. So many were hurt. It's a matter close to my heart, figuring out what happened. After inquiring with those affected, many referred to you at your tavern. If anyone had intel, it'd be you, they said. They did? Yes. I'm sorry to disappoint. I imagine I know even less than you do. I was hoping to find some clues at least to help me start my investigation. Well, he could ask around for you, I'm sure. Would you do that? Could certainly try. Good. In the meantime, I shall do what I do best. Aid those in need. And perhaps find out more about this disaster. Why? What? Why are you so nonchalant about all of this? Things like this happen all the time. People like you fix them. Thus, not my problem. People like me are the reason people like you can continue living like that. I didn't ask for any help. There will be a time when you do ask for help. You will be happy there are people like me. Sure. Before I forget, innkeeper. Yes, Elithia? I will help you fix up your tavern. Free of charge. Not necessary, but thank you for the offer. Well, you don't need my help. There are many around that do. So, I'll be going. Maybe we'll know more about this when I return. How dramatic. Is it normal for divine devotees to act like that in times of crisis? Not sure if I'd call this a crisis. Sure, if it's like she said and the literal stars fell from the literal sky, then yeah, that's odd. But then again, I'm sure Cassiopeia would have stopped it from happening if she wanted to. Are you religious? No, but I don't deny the dragon's existence. Which means I'm more than confident in saying that if they wanted to be worshipped, they should work for it. We all work for something. I work to get paid, you work to get paid, and they just get paid without working. Well, I wouldn't say they aren't working. Then what are they doing to help in a crisis like this? They're taking care of the grand scheme of things. Pah! Wishful thinking. Oh. Yo! Greetings, adventurer. Ooh, me? You're the only one who entered my tavern, no? Yeah, but in what way do I look like an adventurer? That's just a standard greeting, but you couldn't cover any more, I suppose. I have a wide variety of greetings. That makes you feel better. It's me, Innkeep. Give me something from your repertoire of greetings. Ayo, bro. How hops it? Greetings, traveler. Oh my god, I need to save this. Let's save here. Okay, even the music is funny right now. Let's see. How hops it? How what? Hops. What does that even mean? I think it means how's it going. Ah, cool. Wait, are those tattoos? Whoa, they look so cool. Thanks. These are my bones, actually. Double whoa. What's your name? Who are you? Tell me everything. Jade, you? Iniko. Cool name, Jade. Can I steal it? What? What? I'd prefer it if no one stole anything. Drakes. Got it. Can I have a drink then, if I can't have your name? Of course. What do you want? What do you have? Everything. What do you need most right now? Something that'll make me more swift and agile. Like a slippery worm. Can't risk getting caught after all. What? What? Worms can be slippery. That wasn't... Never mind. A slippery worm coming right up. This guy looks like he's a crook. Alright, so it should be Swift Strike, I guess. Yeah, it should be Swift Strike. Okay. A bit of defense. Oh, I poured too much. There we go. Drink up. No worms, but perhaps it'll suit your tastes. Oh wow, this is great! Amazing even! Where did you learn this craft? In the primordial vortex? Don't look at me like that. I'm just joking. You aren't from here, are you? Who, B? Who else? Corey. Is that the thing on your shoulder? Bingo! It's short for corruption. Ah. No. I meant you. Well, I'm nowhere, anywhere, and everywhere all at once. But most of me's from Avalon. Oh, an Avalonian? Native born or by ancestry? Oh, welcome back, stranger. Native, duh. Huh, that's interesting. I find it pretty lame, to be honest. There's nothing going on over there. Everyone's the same. And you think it's different here on Gaia? Yeah, I mean, not really. But I can go anywhere I like. Barely anyone knows me here. Theft, identity fraud. All is goody with me, because I can be someone else tomorrow. In Avalon, they see all through that game very quickly. I see. Changeling then? Yes, and I say so out of trust. Just kidding. If you tell anyone, I'll come for you. Fret not. What happens in the tavern stays in the tavern. Then we're cool. Cool? So, what brings you here, Iniko? This and that, you know. Zenith seemed like a cool town with a cool name. Got distracted by that giant hog in your front yard and thought I'd come in and say hi. That would be mine. Cool. I don't do mounts. I'm faster on foot. That way I can admire the landscape, take U-turns through narrow spaces, pickpocket. And did you admire the wrecked ruin that was once Zenith? I mean, I love chaos, so... Is it that bad? Do you ever leave this tavern and keep? The city looks like a broken mirror. You bet it does. Looks like a star hit the center of Zenith and... Boom! Yep. Oh. But there's nothing we can do about it. Exactly. Someone will fix it. And that someone's not me. Ah, me neither. Let me save here as well. That someone could be you. Me? No. Nuh-uh. Absolutely not. I don't get involved with those sort of things. Ever. Who am I to fix other people's problems? Are they gonna pay me for it? Not enough, that's for sure. You work for nothing and in the end, no one thanks you for it. Heroism is an unprofitable art form. If you're unlucky, you'll even get in trouble for destroying someone's property. And after you just fought tooth and nail to save a village from eternal damnation. Or something like that. Exactly. I know Jay's a mercenary, but say, Iniko, you aren't exactly a traditional adventurer either, huh? Ugh, no way. Their self-righteousness and sacrificial hero complexes ain't my vibe. I wouldn't say all adventurers are like that. Name one adventurer that didn't die from self-sacrificial tendencies. I knew one, but they perished thanks to their hubris. Another classic. Reminds me of the group I met last week in Arrowve. They were nice, but too nice, you know? I know exactly what you mean. Were they also on their way to investigate the falling stars? Nah, they were heading somewhere north. Didn't really listen. Didn't care. But I was nice to them too, you know. Charged some rations out of them when they prepared breakfast at their camp. Sat around the campfire drinking air, tea, munching on bread and bacon. One of them was a wizard, I believe. Full-on robes and magic type of guy. Kept going on how Leviathan was sending bad omens to the bottom of his teacup. Leviathan? Huh. Why him? Dunno. Was he trying to warn you about his sister's demise? His sister? Cassiopeia. Ah, right. Sorry, mythology isn't really my cup of tea. What is your cup of tea? Fraud. Checks out. So, Leviathan warned him via his tea leaves about start of something terrible. Tattered wings tainting the gilded seas in the dark shades of misery. Leaving behind nothing but a shimmering void. That's exactly what he said. How did you know? I think I read that somewhere before. Did you also read about the blazing eruption at the foot of Dalwell Hills? No, but I heard about that when I was in Zoford. Thought the Fae were doing one of their quirky rituals again. Wait, so it actually happened? Yep. He also read that from his tea leaves. Whoa, seems like the guy was a real psychic. I guess divination magic can be a powerful tool. The tea leaves said, the wings shall be torn apart at the feet of Avalon, nestled between the peaks of Dalwell. Dalwell? So it really could be true. What? Sounds like whatever happened in Dalwell was the reason the stars fell from the sky. Tainted gilded sea, shimmering void, metaphors for a starless sky. The wizard was right about his tea leaf reading, that is. But it fits what I heard in Zoford. Happened just a few days ago. Oh, so that's how you're connecting it all. How else? No idea. I thought he was just babbling. Ah, with everything that's been happening recently, I think he might have been onto something. Odd that the adventurers didn't try to stop him from happening. Perhaps no one would pay them for it. Or their other job paid better. Maybe they didn't want to be held responsible for any possible repercussions. Maybe they just didn't realize they can't save everybody. Maybe they were just pretending to be adventurers. Maybe they were the cause of all of this and were just bragging about it, thinking I'd stop them. Enough with your maybes. They're pointless and they aren't helping anyone. I'm getting a headache. I'll go get some fresh air. So long, Innkeep. Merry hunting, Jade. Now it's just you and me, Innkeeper. Indeed, Iniko. But not for long. I'm getting bored and I'm broke. So you're going to look around town. Surely some people don't need their shiny things anymore. Good luck finding someone to help. That definitely is me. So far, I haven't been disappointed by the others. You know how to never ever get disappointed? How? Never have expectations. Duh. Could have figured that one out. Ooh. Okay, we got a new quest, so I'm going to start this, but I need to go get some water, some hydration, because, you know, we're reading a visual novel, so we're going to be using that voice quite a bit. I need to go get some water. I'll be right back, guys. Okie dokie. Hydration acquired. Alright, so now we have a new quest. Let's see. Alright. This should be the first one. Zenith is in shambles after the star rain last night. The crater left in the city center carved a destruction that rippled through town. The spectacle last night left a mark of Soa. Not everyone agrees, but a cleric of Cassiopeia, he claims it was something seriously sinister. A psychic wizard foretold the starfall in their teacup. Apparently just a fragment of a calamity that we traced back to Dalwell. Is that accurate? Can we actually save? Let me save here. Oh. Where'd it go? Can we try? Oh, there we go. The beautiful yet disastrous starfall left Zenith in shambles. The city and its surrounding farmlands are destroyed. Some people are left homeless. A mere meteor shower wouldn't leave this entire night sky empty. So what exactly happened? Is it a harbinger of something more ominous yet to come? Whatever it may be, it's said that a fragment of this calamity can be traced back to Dalwell, an island in the south of Fisoa. Okay. Oh, that was correct, thankfully. Oh, it's the start of a new day. Oh, it's raining. Ah. The second of the astral moon. Oh, sheep. That dino is me, for real, for real. Hey, Ichimono, hello. Innkeep. Rhea? You've got any new lines for me? Perhaps, but I'll only trade them for your new ones of your own. Make me a drink. I had a long night. Want to tell me about that? No. I get it. You need some stamina first. I need some defense to ward off your questions. I'll go check if I serve that. Damn. Not in the best moods, Rhea. Alright, so we'll have this. A little bit more. Okay. And we'll have a bit here. We'll have a bit here. Oh, it's too much. Drink up, boy. Oh, I put the wrong one again. Drink up, boy. There we go. It should be the right one. Yes, Frost Lagoon. There you go. Some defense to keep your favorite innkeeper at bay. Who says you're my favorite? I might be after this drink. Fair enough. You're climbing up there. I'm very happy to hear that. I've got a question for ye. You think he can handle that? I'll try my very best, Miss Frostgrip. My bad. Miss Frostgrip. I just thought since you're such a catch, keep it to yourself. Alright. Is Kyle here? I was looking for him around town, but not a single lad or lassie has seen him. Thought he got crushed by a fallen star. Worried? No. I see. I think he should be waking up right about now. Oh, there he is. Rhea! There he is. Oh, I missed you so terribly. I thought you had died, or worse, abandoned me. I thought the terrible fathoms of time have taken a new friend from me yet again. I'm fine. Are you sure? Aye. Can you hear her too, Inkeep? Yes, very much so. Why, the dragons shows he is not a dream nor a fragment of the past. I'm very happy you're not dead, Rhea. Thanks. Would you like to see the gift I bought you? Gift? When I was at the market all by myself, missing you terribly, I found these gorgeous earrings that reminded me of you. Ah, I'll help you put them on. Wait. Are those suns? Yes, because your friendship lights up my undead life. What do you think? I like them. They match me other jewelry, and the craftsmanship is decent. You mentioned you liked leatherback clasps. I do like them. When did I say that? Not sure. At some point, or maybe I dreamed it. That is very likely. Speaking of dreams, I had the strangest dream about the stars falling down the other day. They crashed onto Gaia like a rain of fire, or beautiful fireworks. There must have been something wrong with my drink. Anyhow, Rhea, where did your slime go? Was washed away by the falling stars. Rain of the falling stars. Oh. So the empty night sky wasn't a dream? No. Guess Cassiopeia couldn't carry it at all anymore or something. Incredible. So it wasn't one of your strange drinks, Inkeep. Does that mean I can drink another one without the vision of falling firmaments again? Worth a try. Anyone would like to try. Preferably something that would make you strong enough to lift a star. Just in case I would like to. I'll see what I can do. Damn, Kyle is such... Now, you know, we have Fable as the elf failure. Now, we have this guy. Kyle is the boy failure in this game. Oh, man. He is so clueless. It's just funny. may look like a vampire, but I barely feel like he's a threat. Which is why I gave him this, like, dopey accent. It kind of fits him perfectly, I feel. There we go. Here, my best attempt at supporting your star-lifting career. Oh, this is delicious! Do you think a molten star would taste like this? No. Perhaps. So, what do you two think about the star rain? It was very bothersome. I had to look for shelter on my way back to the Rockwell Cliffs. I better hurry and clean it all up. You got somewhere to be? Still have to get the vampire to Borivia before I can get me hands on that gold. Who? He. Oh, splendid! I haven't been in Borivia for quite some time. I cannot wait to see it again. But until then, I'll search for other materials. Better ones, even. This isn't going to happen by sitting around. Are you collecting loot for your dragon horde? What? No. In what world do I look like a dragon to ye? They are masters of disguise. What about you, Wingkeep? Am I a dragon? You are? No, I'm afraid not. But you smell so primordial. Thank you. If you're not a dragon, Rhea, what do you need materials for? Decorations? Ingredients? Don't ye worry. I'm not trying to steal business away from ye. They're for crafting. Like for friendship bracelets? No, for weapons. You're going to war? But I just got you back. I'm not going to war. Won't see me fighting for anyone but myself. Are you a blacksmith then? I am. And I'm looking for the right material to smash the next Orheart competition. I'm going to travel all the way to the caves of for that one. That is so far. Can I come with you? That sounds very exciting. I hope you'll come back to show off your creation once you've won. I'll think about it. How are you feeling about the stars having relocated, Kyle? It's fascinating. You think so? Yes. Now that I know it was not a dream, the implications are dazzling. Yesterday, when I was looking out into the night, I could see nothing but darkness. But then, as I started sedating nothingness, I could see an astral hairfish hopping across the sky. Its sparkling tail left a gleam of light in its wake. It was followed by more of its kind, like a pack finding a place to rest for the impending sunrise. With the light of the stars blinding me, I would have never been able to see such a spectacle. And you still thought you were dreaming? I thought the stars had just gone into hiding. They all do that sometimes. I would love to know how they're doing on Earth. They must be enjoying the new atmosphere. Possibly. Speaking of exciting, have you had the chance to take a peek at that letter of yours, Innkeeper? I'm afraid not. Either way, how exciting! You know, this world never ceases to amaze me with its natural wonders. Oh. This was by no means a natural wonder. Welcome back, Miss Anwar. Who are you? The Wonder Police? I'm Elithia Anwar, High Cleric of the Aperture and the chosen of Our Lady of the Endless Light. And I have returned to this establishment to investigate the tragedy of the Starfall. Not one of those protagonist types. Innkeeper, I am glad to see that you were able to collect more information for my research. I am grateful for your help in these trying times. At your service, miss. What are these times trying? Me and the wonderful people of Asteria. An empty night is no laughing matter. This must be taken care of swiftly. I guess it's empty every time of the day now, actually. How does that not worry anyone? We have other things to worry about. If these sort of things stopped happening, this babbler would be out of a job. Indeed. I find it very exciting. And somehow even more worrying. Say, are you a vampire? What else would he be? I am indeed. That is also very exciting. Do you have any affiliation with Marrow's castle? Oh, he's panicking. What is a castle? Why are you asking? While I was seeking shelter from the calamity, I came across a young echo with a gloomy temperament. Or rather, I came across his hands in my pockets, attempting to steal my most precious spell components. Luckily for him, I am not a very vengeful person, and I believe in the redemptive power of second chances. And did make an effort not to steal from me again. Very wise. Did he travel with you? No. We went our separate ways. I believe he wanted to be alone after narrowly escaping an encounter with a horrid vampire. Horrid vampire? They must have been very hungry. As they tend to be. Only if they're not eating responsibly. Who did you say you encountered again, Miss Elithia? A roguish wind echo. Ah, yes. A windy aftertaste is hard to resist, and primordial blood is such a delicious luxury. Speaking of which, innkeep? No. Are you from the primordial sea? Not in the slightest. My blood would taste delicious. I was willing to share it. I see. What about your blood, Miss Elithia? Are you out of your mind? Propositioning a holy woman for her blood? Not a lot of it. Fair question. And I need all of it to keep up my strength against the looming evils of this world. Without me, who would even care enough to investigate this whole mess? After all, none of you seem to care. Besides, a taste of my blood would probably reduce you to ashes. I like your unwavering sense of self-importance. Thank you. I like your earrings. Thanks. So, what are your next steps for saving us citizens? Well, your rumors are all over the place, which is good. That means there's a lot to look into. Still, I would have appreciated a bit more organization. My bad. I will start my investigation in Zenith and Themis. A closer look at the wreckage caused. Maybe examine the rubble more closely. Perhaps it harbors hidden clues. Once I found out what's going on, I will put a stop to it. Stars have already fallen, lassie. Not a lot ye can do for them. Then I will make sure nothing like this can ever happen again. Perhaps Cassiopeia can even be healed. It is imperative for the order of this world that she herself does not fall. Couldn't agree more. I know you've got this under control, Miss Anwar, but how would you feel about a little drink to boost your spirits? A long investigation ahead of you, after all. If you're offering, thank you kindly. What can I get you? It depends on the approach I decide to take with this. I could focus on the investigative aspect, really dig my heels into connecting the threads, analyze the situation, find hidden clues, speak to the locals and those affected. Of course, I would have to do so strategically. Without the right approach, this plan would fall apart. And perhaps I would even need to inspire bravery in others to care about my cause. On the other hand, who knows who's caused this? I focus too much on theory, may not be in the right condition to fight whomever I encounter. But you will be able to talk to them. That's always much more entertaining. Not everyone can be reasoned with. In such a case, I should be able to properly defend myself. Especially if something similar should threaten to occur again. I need to be prepared for even the worst case scenario. I could offer you some Phoenix chills. Who knows what you will encounter, but the burning stars are best avoided with a hint of fire resistance. Sounds reasonable. So it's either a right balance of intelligence and inspiration, or the ultimate fireproof self-defense. Not yet certain which path I should walk. You should trust the innkeeper with it. He always has the most wonderful solutions. Just this once, I shall. Make sure not to disappoint. Alright, so now we have choices. We now have choices. And we'll probably see them here. Yeah, we have two different choices now. Alright. Let's see, which one are we going to go for? Are we going to go for defense? Are we going to go for intelligence? You know, on the one hand, if you have enough intelligence, you can be able to find the reason why the stars have fallen and be able to prevent it, right? Compared to how you better, like, improve your defenses if another starfall happens. But here's the thing, though. How would you know that the stars are going to fall or not? It could be random, right? You need to know how these stars fell. Why did they fall? And who caused it to fall? So I am definitely going for the intelligence boost. So yeah, Sparking Nebula. Definitely gonna go for that. Let's see. All right, so let's go back here. Is there anything else we can use? Let me see. What does it have here? It's either punch or it's either fire. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I think this should be the right one. I think that perhaps the strategic way is the best approach. After all, you wish to help people, not fight them. That is very true. This is an excellent drink. I'm already coming up with a 38-step plan. Perhaps we should start at the nearby Gaia Temple. I heard it was unfortunately an impact site. Local acolytes will be sure to offer assistance. Sounds like an excellent idea. Thank you for the efforts in helping this world, Innkeeper. Always happy to be of service. Say, Miss Holy Spirit, those fallen stars, are they still intact? They crashed into the ground, so no, they are not intact. Were they pulverized? Not fully, no. Would you say that falling stars make for an interesting type of material? For what? Yes! It would certainly be rare. Need any help on that holy mission of yours? I know a thing or two about rocks and the like. Could give you some insights on those impact conditions. I can't say I'm an expert in geology, though I feel like I could make an educated guess. Nevertheless, sure, I would very much appreciate your assistance. Great, and I'm in. Me too. Do you know about geology as well? Or astronomy, perhaps? I know about astrology. And this all sounds so very exciting. Yeah, I think this guy's catchphrase is, everything is so very exciting. I've been terribly bored waiting for Rhea to come back. This will greatly aid me on my mission of curing my boredom. Well, I do like to help. It is very kind of you. I know. You don't have to come along. Of course I do. Can you imagine if the stars fell down again? What if one crushed you? I need to stay close by so I can catch it. I don't think you could. Stars already fell, Kyle. Done deal. What about the ones in the primordial sea? What if it floods us with all of its mirrored stars? Unlikely. I'm not willing to take that risk. I'm going on this adventure with you. And with you, Miss Alethea. Great. Wonderful. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Let us not waste any more time. Thank you for your aid, Innkeep. I shall return with conclusions and perhaps even mended firmaments. Looking forward to hearing your heroic deeds. How exciting! Wish me luck. Good luck. Hope you find suitable material. Me too. It's nighttime now. Hello? Hello? I would like your finest drink, please. A drink, you say? What do you have in mind, miss? Melina. But Mel is fine. It's short for Melina. I see. Well then, Belly. What kind of drink do you like? Something tasty. Something that will give me fun new ideas. Oh, and some Thunder Sage. I don't have any money, but I've got something to barter for the drink. You don't need to pay. But I want to. It doesn't feel right otherwise. All right, fine with me. What do you have for me? Oh, thank you very much. Now I can accept a drink. Very well. Let me see what I can do. We need more brain power. Oh, there it is. It should be Sparking Nebula. Hmm. Hmm. There we go. We got it. Some new, fun, and sweet ideas coming right up. This is perfect. I'm already feeling the energy from new hijinks running through my veins. Thank you. This is a really nice tavern. I think I'm gonna hang out here for a bit. I need a break from my investigations. Can I pet your familiar? No. He's quite antsy when he hasn't been fed. I'd worry for your hands. Okay. Oh, there's Zephyr. Oh, Zephyr. Almost didn't see you there. Suppose I am as stealthy as a knight. No, as the knight. I meant as the knight. Sounds like you need a drink. Desperately. One that would actually help me remember words. I've been quiet for so many hours. I think I've forgotten how to speak. Explains why we're communicating telepathically right now. We are? No. Alright, hold on. Oh my god, that thunder. Hold on, I need to get the audio ready. Yeah, I should have had... Unfortunately, I do not have a soundboard, so... Hold on, I think I need to find it. Alright, hold on. Okay, we got it ready. Alright. Alright, let's get back to reading. It's a bit loud. Sorry. Alright. Who the... Alright. That didn't work too fast. Who the... are you? Was I too stealthy for you? No. Let's get you a drink so you stop cursing at the child. Detective. Stop cursing at the detective. Yes, of course. Though my drinks don't come cheap. How much? I'll trade you one for a trinket. Ah, one of those. One of those. What if I didn't find one? Are you trying to tell me you made it all the way through a castle without stealing a single thing? Here, thought the place might like it. Ooh. Well, my tavern tells me it thinks it's beautiful. But it is wondering what it might be. Thought it was smarter than that. Does the tavern want to guess what it is? Alright, let me save. An oversized stamp. A frying pan. Oh, a frying pan would actually be pretty funny. Well, let's try a frying pan. You're not even remotely close. But he is, right? That part looks like a handle. That's the pendulum. Do you think if you fried eggs in this pan, they would take a bat-like shape? I really doubt it. It's a wall clock, adorned with hungry bats. One creature of the night telling time to another. A very inaccurate wall clock, it seems. It's nowhere near midnight. Its hands seem to have gone stuck just before midnight for an eternity. Or at least since I found it. Will this do, or will I have to pull another heist? This will do just fine. Good. And because I'm someone that always keeps his promises, I shall now prepare a drink for you. One moment. Let's see if I have something that will make you more polite towards local detectives. Okay, so it should be... Yeah, it should be Sunny Breeze. Alright, let's pump this up a little bit. Let's see, which one shall we put? Yeah, this one. Not too much, though. Oops, that's the wrong one. Where is this? Let me see this again. Oh, whoops. Hmm. What to do here? Hmm. Hmm. Okay. How's the game going? It's been going fine. We're making drinks right now. Hmm. All right, we get this. Oh, don't think we need this. There we go. Politely, a drink. Did I accentuate the right notes? Sure did. Should consider becoming a musician. I'm happy where I'm at now, thanks. Now, will you be polite and tell me what happened? No. Why not? I don't even know who you are. I'm Melina, but you can call me Melly. No thanks. So, what else did you steal? Castles have many things, I've heard. Nothing. Should you be at school? I don't go to school. I'm already smart enough. Your parents agree with that? My parents are dead. Wow. She said it so nonchalantly. And they didn't come back as ghosts to tell me to go to school. So it can't be that important. I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay. It's already been this many years since they died. Just kidding. I can count. It's been 7 years. So I was only 3 when they disappeared forever. I don't remember a lot about them. But I already solved their murder, so it's okay. Did you avenge them? No, I got eaten by zombies. And the zombies got eaten by a T-Rex. Not a lot left to avenge. Bro, the moon, the 2 moon outside of the window looks so beautiful. Reminds me of Skyrim for a bit. Ooh, does it now? Man, the only thing I know about Skyrim is it has insane mods and very funny ones. All right, that makes sense. Okay, let me save here. Let's say it does. It does. A classic adventurer's tale. Right? I basically speedran my origin story. I've got dead parents as my motivation and a detective career to make sure I can help other people. Are you sure you're not being similar to a certain other guy who had his parents dead and then he became a kind of a detective, but wearing... Oh, I guess he's also wearing a cape. Must be my imagination. Because people didn't help you? Exactly. But it's okay. It made me into the adventurer I am today. And I like who I am. And I like who I am. Doesn't it make you sad? No. What's your origin story? Yes, Zephyr. What is your origin story? It's far too dark for your young mind to handle. Best you don't know. Okay. What's your name? Blaze. But he just called you Zephyr. That's my middle name. Okay, I'll respect your fake name, but only if you tell me what castle you stole the innkeeper a clock for him. I love Skyrim. I had so much fun playing it. Yeah, I heard a lot of good stuff about Skyrim as a whole. You can see the two moons in the skies with northern lights. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. This game is super pretty. Like, from the background to the character designs to the music. Like, there's quite a variety of music in this game. Fine. It was Marrow Castle. I was once on a dangerous quest. Steal a precious cape from a murderous vampire. Did she kill you? Obviously not. Not so murderous then. She would have if she caught me. So she didn't? No. I managed to complete the mission undetected. This game is beautiful too, but I was talking about Skyrim. Ah, you can see two moons on Skyrim, and it also has northern lights. I gotcha. I misunderstood. I'm sorry. And thanks to the invisibility that took hold of my body, I was able to avoid the cohort of monsters she had put in my path. Only the dragons know what would have happened if they had spotted me. Weak and not prepared to fight. But they didn't. Even the living gargoyles with their lithic claws at her doors did not sense my presence. I waited until they were mid-argument to sneak through a nearby window that I left open to grant spiders easy access to the castle. I heard Marrow Castle is very scary. Was it very scary? Yes. On a scale from 1 to parents being eaten by a T-Rex, how scary was it? In the middle, I suppose. Did you run into any traps? I was able to spot and avoid them all, thanks to my remarkable perceptive gifts. And your help. Anyway, I found the cape in her closet, hung between ball gowns covered in rubies and diamonds. Did you take any? Maybe. So you're a thief? Obviously. Can you teach me how to be a better thief? I want to expand my portfolio. I wish I could show you some screenshots I took while playing. I mean, you are on the Discord, right? You can feel free to post any pictures you want in the gaming section. Right? And for those who are not familiar with what I meant, let me link the Discord here again. Let me do the thing on Twitch. And let me go here on YouTube, and there we go. For those who have not been in the Discord before, you can drop by here if you want to. Yeah, it's slightly active, but you know, with time, it'll be even more active, hopefully. But yeah, you can get pings regarding any streams that are happening or any announcements that are supposedly done on stream or not. We also do watch-alongs there, so feel free to join in whenever you can, or if you want. I am. Oh, then I will send you some good ones when I export them, but I do have a few on my phone. All right, feel free to. You can feel free to post them on the gaming section, if you can. Why would I do that? Because I asked nicely. Forget it. I took the cape, along with whatever gemstones I could find, when I heard her approaching her chambers. Quickly, I hid among the dressing gowns, holding my breath to avoid making any sound. I thought I had made it through when suddenly, she opened the closet doors. I was pressed so close to the wall I thought the wood would have started vibrating in rhythm to my heartbeat. And she reached right past me, picked out a hat, and returned to her dastardly vampiric activities. What are vampiric activities? I don't know. Sucking blood, turning into bats, scheming about blood. Lots of blood stuff, it sounds like. Indeed. Did you make it out of there easily, Blaze? I found a secret passageway that led below the pond, through the earth and to the summit of Witch's Peak. Almost scared this strange cleric to death when I regained my visibility. She's ready to ignite me with her golden flames. That seems harsh for a little jump scare. Are you sure your fingers stayed in your pockets? Who can say? Speaking of sleight of hand, where did you find that clock? It was sitting at a display case in the middle of a hallway that stretched on forever. And how did you know it was in the middle? I could feel it. The case was locked, but with my expertise I was able to crack it open in no time. The antique clock stood right in between a ritualistic dagger and a vial of blood. And I thought it was strange that it was the only item without a tag, so I took it. A tag? A tag? She's very organized, labels everything. Why would you display a vial of blood? Shouldn't that be in her pantry? Its label described it as blood from the very first vampire, Mike. That's a interesting vampire name, especially if they're the first one. I would have thought that it might sound threatening or like super majestic because, you know, vampires are usually rich and majestic and they live in big castles. And instead, we have the first vampire in this world called Mike. Mike? Mike. Judging by its position next to such a priceless item, the clock must be worth a fortune. In that case, thank you again. It'll look great in my tavern. Indeed. It sounds like you would have been in a lot of trouble if you got caught. But I wasn't. Thanks to the innkeeper's drink, I not only survived, but also avoided the horror's wrath entirely. Sounds like a tasty drink. I would hope so. Seems like the quest was completed successfully. Thank you, Blaze. You did a good job. I'm lucky I survived once more. It's a miracle I made it past so many monstrous creatures without being harmed. Did you think you might die? When you took the quest, I mean? It's always a possibility. Then why would you go? Death is inevitable. Such is life. At least you have your cape now. It's not mine. belongs to another vampire. Another vampire? Yes. It was stolen from him in a lover's quarrel. Clutches of love always end in cruel tragedy. But the comedy it takes to get there is worth the ride. Only for those willing to suffer. Aren't we all? Speaking of suffering, I'm sure Kyle, that's the long-suffering, very comedic vampire belly, would love to have his cape back. Could I extend the quest to include a speedy delivery? After the day I've had? You've done enough hiding for one day, don't you think? I don't have the best ones on my phone, but I had a few that I uploaded in the beginning. Oh, no worry. Take your time. No rush. No rush. Having like a little collection of nice images would be pretty nice. Would be pretty nice to look at. Yeah. All right. I've sent a few. Okay, I'll check them later. Professional hiding. Fine. I'll do a direct delivery. Just this once. Where can I find this Kyle? Last I saw him, he left with Rhea to aid a certain cleric with their investigations. I'm sure he'll recognize her. Not her again. Where are they? Uncertain. Try looking around Zenith. They can't have gotten far yet. What are they investigating? The Star Rain, as far as I know. That's what I was investigating. We should go talk to them. We can exchange notes. I already drew a map of all the impact sites in Zenith. Maybe they can help extend it further, or even find the culprit of this curious incident. Come on, Blaze. We have to go find them. For your cape and for my notes. I'm going. Alone. You do whatever. With you along, I could never stay undetected. Wait for me. See you soon, Innkeeper. By the way, the guy gives me emo vibes. Yeah, he's kind of super edgy. He's one hell of an edgy guy. See you soon, Melly. Okay. Moving on to the next day. Crossroads of Three. Oh, they're back. Good morning. Good morning, Melly. Good morning, Blaze. What have you both been up to today? Oh, you know, dilly-dallying and such. I was not dilly-dallying. He was. It goes well with the brooding. Sounds like a wonderful morning. Can I offer you both something to drink at these early hours? Yes, please. Can you make me something smart and sparkly? Can do. Smart and sparkly. All right. Gotta go for Sparkling Nebula. I like how opposite Melly and Blaze are. I mean, one is a child who is like super intelligent, and despite her parents being like dead, she still like has an optimistic look at life, while Blaze is just this edgy guy who tries to make everything like sound cool and everything, and make himself even sound cooler. That's why he has this kind of ninja-esque look to him. Also, hey Alex, what's up? Welcome. All right, let's go to the crown. There we go. Drink up. A fresh brew of smart sparkles. Thank you. This is just the right amount of sparkle. Happy to hear that. Blaze, what can I get you? Nothing. All right. So, has the cape found its way back home yet? Yes. The vampire was thankful, if melancholic. Hey-oh, I was lurking while doing some thesis work, but now it's late, so I can chat while playing Persona 5 Tactics. Oh my god. I think probably the games that you've only played this year outside of Yakuza 0 are just Persona games. And of course League, but we don't talk about League. Seems to have awakened memories of an old woe. He seemed pretty excited to me. He should be. It fits him well. Almost like it was made for him. It was very interesting seeing a vampire in person. His fangs were shorter than I thought they would be. I expected them to be the size of a colossal saber-toothed tiger's fangs, but they were much tinier. A common misconception. Where did you find him? At the local Gaia temple. It got split in the middle by a fallen star. That sounds morbidly interesting. It was. I overheard some priests say that they're thinking about rebuilding the temple around it because it looks kind of cool. It really is. P4G, P3R, P5R, P5S, P5T. I got the Xbox Game Pass and I'm playing P5T from there. It has all the Yakuza, so I'm tempted. It's time to play Kiwami, my friend. I know you said you felt like the combat was a little too slow for you, but even then, you still have Like a Dragon to give it a shot. But it's pretty much similar to the other games that you've been playing, which is also turn-based. All right, stranger. Thank you for coming. Have fun reading your manhwa. Thanks for watching. And people like distinct temples. They do. The vampire was traveling with a really nice dwarf and a holy woman, Cassiopeia. They were asking around to see if the priest knew anything about the star rain. Did they? No. I could have told them that 2 days ago. But while we're sneaking around and listening in, we overheard the strangest conversation. Turns out that Lithia, that's the cleric's name, found out that one of the priests was actually a wobbling ooze in disguise. Scandalous. I know, right? But in the end, it was all okay. The others forgave him, and he promised to try to become a real priest. Apparently, he really loves the humidity in the temple. They all hugged and everything. It's very sweet. I was really happy we could see that from the shadows. We? Me and my mysterious and quiet Blaze. He's my new associate. I'm no such thing. It will sound heretical, but I think I might try to play the games for the main story. Because 0 and from watching you play 4, I really liked how it was connected. Meaning I won't try all the side quests like 0. That's fair. That's perfectly fair. Side quests are just optional things. Although I would say that there are some of the side games that are repeated in some of the Yakuza titles. So in the earlier ones, stuff like baseball and bowling and darts and what else? And mahjong and shogi. These are all like side games that are in most of the Yakuza games. So you could probably do without like playing them in each and every one. But there are some which, like the arcade cabinets, or in the case of Yakuza, stuff like Yakuza 0, you had the women wrestling thing. And if you ever play Yakuza Kiwami, that comes back in a very weird and funny way. I won't spoil it for you, but once you eventually play Kiwami, yeah, you're gonna be surprised on how that female wrestling side game turned out to be in Kiwami. But yeah, there are some repeat side games in the later games. It's great to see you two working together so closely. You make a great duo. We are not a duo. Thank you. How did you find the right moment to give Kyle his cape between all those hidden emotions? We didn't. She got caught. I thought one of the pillars would be enough to hide behind, but it wasn't. It wasn't a pillar. It was a tall vase. I felt very well hidden when Alethea suddenly asked me if I wanted to stop hiding now. She was paying a lot of attention. I think she noticed me from the very beginning. She's so cool and smart. Did you ask her about her investigation? I did, but she said it was too early to share any insights. When I kept asking, she wouldn't budge. So I asked Master Smith Frostgrip to tell me more about the temple's architecture instead. Did you know that its altar was built from a 1,000-year-old oak? I love Millie's little ear wiggles as well. Yeah, there's a lot of subtle animations when it comes to the characters here. It's really nice. Like, you see that? Her left ear just flips back and forth. And yeah, it's the same thing. It's not both at the same time. They have different intervals with when they twist around, which is honestly pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't. That's fascinating. It is. She also told me I had to work on my stealth, that being small isn't going to be enough. I think she knows from experience. Better not tell her that. Better not. So, are you going to work on it? Yes. Blaze is going to show me the ropes. Is he now? Have to. She'll get herself killed otherwise. That's a very dramatic way to look at things. But also very nice of you. So, would you say your investigation was a success? Kind of. We got to see how clueless the other investigators are and returned the cape to Mr. Vampire. But we didn't find out anything new about the stars. I didn't even get to see any monsters. I was hoping maybe some would have fallen from the astral sea and I could have studied them. A dangerous, if very exciting dream. Mostly a foolish one. You think so? Have you met monsters before? What kinds? Do you have favorites? What were the first ones you ever met? Did they try to eat you or be your friend? Of course I've encountered monsters before. They've been part of my life for many years. The shadows are full of them. Really? That's scary. Of course it is. So the first monsters you ever saw were shadow monsters? No, they were much worse than that. What is it? And I have a drink after all. The words aren't flowing easily. Of course. Same as last time? Yes. Let's see if I can find something sweetly charismatic. Alright, so let's see. What do we have here? Order is the crown. Hey, Slevins, welcome. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Alright, we're gonna be conjuring up a drink for Mr. Edgy Person here. Okay, so I think it's Sunny Breeze. That should be the right one. Because it gives him charm and a bit of intelligence as well. Oh. Mm-hmm. Hmm? Oh, oops. Is that not enough? Okay, let's put a little bit more. I like how the cat girl's tail went all hairs on end when she got scared. Small, but very nice detail. Yeah, like I said a bit earlier, there are a lot of subtle animations that you get to notice in this. And it adds quite a bit of character to each person that shows up in the tavern. Let's try this again. Oops. Guess that's too much. That should be the right one. Okay, we'll do this again. Hold on. Oh, I have to do it fully. All right. Yeah, you can only go... You sure it's only liquids? I remember last time I watched you play this, you added a chili. Yeah, it depends. It depends. Because as you can see here, the Sunny Breeze only requires this. It doesn't require any additions. If there is an addition, you'll get to see it, the logo here. As you can see here, there needs to be the logo that shows up in the request, right? It has to show up here in the order, but it doesn't. I guess we'll try this instead. Bom, 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 bom. All right. So, because we have two things that require a decent amount of charisma. All right, so put a bit this. And let's have this here. Oops. Yeah, let's give it to him and see how it works. Let's see if it works. A drink. Just for you. Thanks. How is it? Fine. That means it's perfect. So, where was I? All right. Shadow monsters. Back when I was younger, I just joined the Shadow Banes and was eager to prove myself. It said there are great riches far in the depths of the Gravelmac, a dangerous mountain range in the eastern Fesoa. Hidden treasure troves full of precious gems and gold. I owed some debts. Hoping to find some jewels, I made my way there to the darkest of its crevices. Guarding its depths were creatures no one would ever choose to face. Bleak stalkers straight from the Twilight Chasm. Hideous creatures that have every right to be associated with the Nightmare Realm. They typically feed on rocks and gemstones, but they think bones have the same general consistency. I wasn't able to harm them with my mortal weapons, so I distracted them with some of the gems I had managed to pocket earlier. It was a close call. I would never forget their twisted antlers and beak-like snouts. They sound kind of cute. They were not cute. If you say so, maybe one day I'll encounter some. Pray you never will. No thanks. Oh, are there people coming in? Oh, Puppet Master. Innkeep, hand me a drink, will ya? Coming right up, Care. Any preferences? The usual. Something strong and powerful? Exactly. Strong and powerful. So, this one. Southern Brawler again. It's Care, yeah, she's back. you go. Ta-da! A drink. I have a messed up definition of strong. Strength lies in the eyes of the beholder. Yeah, and yours needs a prescription. Say, innkeep, got a room in your neat little book full of recipes for one more drink? Sure. Got one for me? You bet. It's what my baba used to drink back in the day. My adventure reminded me of it. Sailor's courage. Thank you, Care. So, since you're here in my tavern unharmed, and then I'm in somewhat good spirits, I'm guessing you survived your encounter with the Wyvern Chimera? I did, obviously. Congratulations. You encountered a chimera? Sure did. Lived to tell the tale, too. You are the chimera? Both. Cool. Are you a beast slayer? I am. Though this time, no beast was slain. I'm Carlin. You? Melly, the greatest detective in the whole wide world. And this is my assistant. Your assistant got a name? Malachite. I see. So, Melly, you're interested in chimeras? I'm interested in everything. Chimeras especially. If you like, I'll tell you, that sneaky innkeep and your punk in crime over there, how I outsmarted one. Yes, please. I would love that. They changed his name here, too. Well, all right. Strap in tight, then. Our friendly innkeep here sent me on a quest to collect some saliva from the Wyvern Chimera in the Quag Mangrove. It's the key ingredient for vampire sunscreen. That makes sense. The issue is, the marshlands the Chimera's home turf. There's no way I could outfight it in its own domain. So I went to the route of trickery. My Baba always said the chimeras she encountered enjoyed some good subterfuge. I ain't really the brainy type, but I thought even if I failed, it might be entertained enough to help me anyhow. Needed to pick a clever approach, of course, so I did the only reasonable thing to do in this situation. I talked to a mouse. Oh. God, that thunder sound. A mouse? A mouse. Found one local to the marshland. Offered him a bunch of cheese if he agreed to help me out. It's pretty easy to convince. Why a mouse? Everyone knows chimeras are afraid of mice, dummy. Exactly. Thought if it was scared, it might use its 3 brains less. So I dressed up the mouse in the best wizard regalia I could find and made myself invisible. You can do that? Not usually, but the innkeep's drinks come with great perks. They do indeed. Though I don't recall granting you invisibility. Yeah, invisibility might be too strong of a word. But with the wits I got from your drink, I remembered something. Chimeras have a hard time discerning between different shades of green. Ooh, I think I know where this is going. Got quite the hand in camouflage, so I figured to put it to good use. I gathered some underbrush, sticks, and leaves, and made some glue with a tree resin and spit. Spit? Everything holds together better with spit. Let me jot that down. Sure thing, kiddo. So, I put it all together in a cloak of camouflage. Put some mud on my face and was ready to go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're saying that what because of how she was able to talk to a mouse, and that chimeras are afraid of mice. Like, this amalgamation of different creatures, which is like probably 3 times the size of a mouse, is afraid of a tiny little rodent. It's crazy. All right, let me fix myself a bit. All right, let's go. So, dressed up in camouflage, the mouse and I, unseen, approached the chimera. It was resting near a muddy system, and 2 of its heads were deep in discussion about the sanctity of canon compliance. What kind of heads did it have, besides the dragon one, obviously? Classic lion and snake head combo. Of course, all of them heard us approaching. First they seemed curious, but all 3 of them froze up when they saw the mouse. Little thing looked mighty tall with its improvised wizard hat. I stayed right behind him, making his footsteps sound heavy. Just think of how Hunter x Hunter would have gone if they only had a mouse. Oh, very differently, I would say. Very differently, I would say. Speaking of Hunter x Hunter, I think I'm still at Greed Island. I need to actually catch up on that. But I'm not in a rush either way, because the main reason I wanted to watch the Hunter x Hunter anime is to understand, like, who's going to show up in Nen Impact. And a couple of weeks ago, we learned that Nen Impact is going to be delayed for next year. So now I got more time to catch up, hopefully. My camouflage seemed to work. The different shades of green and brown made me blend into the marshy landscape. From up close, I could see the chimera trying to hide its fear as the mouse drew nearer. So I started the show. The mouse, or me, same thing at that point, proudly announced that he was a great wizard, and he had come to collect spellcasting ingredients for his plane switching spell. He was prepared to fight, but willing to bargain if the chimera valued its life. To the underline of his great power and everything, I even made him float on my invisible hand. Luckily for me, the chimera was more than ready to take up the offer, though it did briefly argue with itself on whether fleeing was the better option. The snake wanted to fight, but only until the mouse growled, or I growled. One and the same reality. So the great mouse mage started his conditions in no uncertain times. 1 bucket of saliva in return, he would leave the chimera in peace forever. Helped a lot that he could summon the bucket out of thin air. I lost my sanity when there was more ink creatures arguing, but the chimera agreed. It filled the bucket with plenty of saliva within a disturbingly quick time frame. Happy to be avoided monumental violence, the mouse wizard and the bucket of valuable chimera saliva floated away, promising that he would keep his honorable word. What an incredible ruse! As I got some of my Baba's brains and charm after all. More than some, it seems. Let's not get too carried away. Once we're out of sight, I had to keep my own end of the deal, of course. After getting out my camouflage, I thanked the mouse and gave him an enormous amount of cheese I had promised him. Wouldn't that be too much cheese to be way too heavy for a single mouse to carry? Turns out the mouse was actually a wizard after all. Got some sort of dimensional pocket where you could store it all in. Bid me farewell before I could ask him why he hadn't said something sooner. About the whole wizard thing, you know. Ah, a typical mouse with a wizard hat. I see. He seems completely nonchalant from all what's happening. I prefer the detectives, personally. Me too. Afterwards, I thought I was in the clear. And suddenly, I felt something breathing heavily right behind me. Another tale of the Mouse Wizard. Yeah, Mouse Wizard is OP. Maybe they'll nerf him in the next patch. Oh man. When I turned around, I was looking right into the scaly eyes of a wyvern chimera. Apparently, it had wanted to know where the wizard would take his leave, so I could move to a more secure spot. Thought I was about to be smoke. But apparently, Bubba was right. They do like a good ruse. So it wasn't mad? No, I was amused. Impressed even. In return for making its week, it let me live and left me with some strange words. Strange words? Stranger than a talking dragon head? I mean, that's kind of what dragon heads do, right? Not sure. Maybe they do typically speak in prophecies. Prophecies? That's what it said it was given me. It said, hope will fall and hope will rise. A hero will tether its final tread, burying the past and keeping the dead. Sounded like a bunch of, to me. How blasphemous. You're that young and you know the word blasphemous? Didn't say it wasn't real. But why do they gotta make those things so cryptic? Ain't no one got time to interpret this kind of stuff. That's the thing with prophecies. No need to interpret them. You'll realize exactly what they mean soon enough. What hero do you think it was talking about? No clue. I bet it's you. I ain't no hero. I think you might be. I think you might be, Care. Yeah, I had to add it now. I had to add it now since it was mentioned. Eventually, once I manage to get a soundboard, it'll be easier to just like flip the switch and click on a button, and there we go. We have the censored sound effect. You know what would be very heroic of you? What? You brought that saliva to Kyle the vampire. I'm sure his happiness about being finally able to walk in the sun would be extraordinary. Too lazy to go yourself? My domain is merely my tavern. You're much more likely to run into him. Fine. Might as well. Yes, I owe that leech a thanks for providing me with this strange adventure. Did you have fun? It was fun. Yes, I'll admit it. It was fun. I just wish I could tell my Baba all about it. You make a good stand-in, Inky. Thank you. I try. Now, any of you happen to know where I can find this vampire? Last saw him at the Gaia Temple. The priest might have known where he went. I know where he wanted to go. I overheard him talking about it. Care to share? I want to trade it. The information, I mean. For what? Can you teach me how to use a greatsword? That's it? Sure thing. Right now? Is right now okay? I've got the time. May take you more than one lesson, though. That's okay. I've also got time. There's a deal, then. I'll show you the basics and you tell me where to find the vampire. Yippee! That is, your assistant is alright with that. Don't care. Not my circus, not my monkey. Okay, kiddo, let's go. Innkeep, can we use your front yard? Of course. Go wild. Will do. Are you coming too, Mal? No. We'll stay here and have another drink. Okay, you can join us later. Can't wait to learn how to fight. I'll be so helpful for future adventures. This is the... Innkeeper, do you have any quests I could go on after this? To practice my sword and stealth skills? Not yet, but I'm sure something will come in. Can't wait. I'm going to destroy any challenge with wits, stealthiness, and giant swords. Ha! I know you will. Pretty sure a great sword would be at least twice her size. I know, right? And she's also a kid. But she's a super smart kid. I mean, she's managed to hold on her own by herself in the world as much as she can, and still tries her best to smile in the end. But first, I gotta practice. See you later. I like her ambition. I like her naivete. Some would call it optimism. A waste of time. Delusions get you nowhere. You would know. Another drink, please. Same as before. Sweet and all. Coming right up. So let's see. We want something. Oh, oops. Let's add a little bit more. Okay. Hmm. Let's see. Shouldn't be having this. Okay. Give this. Oh yeah, what does the new recipe that Kyre gives you grants? Good question. This is, yeah, it gives you where is it? Sailor's Courage. It gives you more attack, basically. Kind of similar to that of Southern Brawler. But here you have a bit more agility compared to Southern Brawler. All right, let's see. Let me try this again. If this doesn't work, we'll have to try the other potion. I think you may need a bigger jug. Unfortunately, we do not have that upgrade yet, Slevins. We do not. And I don't think there is an update for that. Yeah, you can't use more than 4. More than 3, I'm sorry. Let me try something. Hmm. 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 Doesn't seem to be working. Okay. Now then. Oops, sorry, that's the wrong one. Hmm. Oh, we can actually pet him. Aw. Oh, that's cute. Hmm. A little bit of this. And a little bit of this. The rest will be this. Oh man, no space. Hmm. Let's add. Oops. Hmm. Yeah, this one isn't working. Well, I guess we gotta go for the other one, unfortunately. I gotta go for Spoken Heart. Let me put it on the board. I recently watched an anime called Bartender Glass of God. Your mixing drinks remind me of it. Ah, I did watch a bit of the first series. It was interesting. It was certainly novel. I will give them that. But this new series, I still didn't check that one yet. I heard it's calm and relaxing. Ah, okay. So similar to that of the first adaptation. All right. Yeah, we gotta go for Smoking Heart. Oops. There we go. Some sweet optimism for my most pessimistic customer. This is sweet enough to make me optimistic for future drinks. Wow. Proud of myself there. You should be. So, Malachite. Just leave me to my pondering. Got it. Ah, there they are. Hiya, Inky. Hiya, Fable. I'm so happy to see the tavern looking healthy again. And you, too. I'm sorry it took me so long to check in. That's alright. I hope the last 2 days weren't too hard on you. No, not at all. I was just very busy. A bunch of the Ashen Grove's trees got knocked over, and I spent a lot of time rescuing and leading group therapy sessions with the local wildlife. And of course I had to check in on all the nearby settlements too, see if they needed help with any damage after all of that. How did the werewolf settlement fare? Yep, my favorite elf, at least in this game. Okay, it took some damage, but everyone is okay, but only physically. They might have to relocate. I'm sorry to hear that. They'll be okay. I'll make sure of it. It's very nice of you to check in on it with everyone. I had to make sure everyone was okay. I used up a lot of my healing salves. That's what they're there for. I'm not happy I had to use them, but I'm glad I was prepared. May I request something? Go ahead. Do you maybe have a drink in your repertoire that could assist someone in a situation like mine? Your drinks are powerful. I like something that would make me tougher while also replenishing my social energy. I think I'm done with helping out now, but a drink like that would be a real game changer in case something like this happens again. I don't think I have a recipe for that yet. But don't worry, I've already got an idea. But even without such a drink, I'm sure people were very thankful for your presence. Well, they weren't mad about it, at least. Though, I sort of feel like people aren't really as concerned as I thought they'd be. When I saw the stars fall, I thought for sure the world was going to end. Yes, I recall. You were right that it wouldn't, of course. But I thought that people would be a little more freaked out by the lack of a night sky. But everyone just seems to be okay with it. I asked one of my sisters about it, and she said, "Who cares? Some wide-eyed adventure will surely put them back at some point. Let's worry about replanting these tomatoes." I don't even know if you could put them back. Can never put back what's lost. You can always replace it with something new. I'm not sure that you can replace the stars. Maybe you should approach lost that way. It's all a matter of perspective. Wouldn't mind a bunch of trees up in the night sky for a change. Right. But it still would be much nicer if some things would just stay the same. They never do. I'm just happy everyone is okay. Did you check on Carrie yet? She should be hacking my terrace to pieces outside. I did. Outside. On your definitely not hacked up terrace. Terrace, sorry. Just out of curiosity, do you own any wood glue? It was nice to see that she's okay too. I was a little worried she would just leave and never talk to me again. So it was nice watching her trade melee with so much enthusiasm, and to catch up a bit, that too. She tried to rope me into their great sword training. Did you accept? I'm not really a sword kind of elf, but it was fun to watch her teach melee. She's very sweet. Indeed. And I was just relieved to see Carolyn doing alright. Even though she's worried about Mr. Dragon. We don't have any way to check in on him. Are you good? You seems like you're dozing off every now and then. Yeah, I've been getting enough sleep. Don't worry. I was just like checking on something off stream. Don't worry about it. And we're going to end the stream a little bit soon because we've passed the 3-hour mark. I hope he's alright. I'm sure he is. To celebrate our well-being despite the absurdity of the world, how about a drink? I would love a drink. Can I try out the new one I requested? 1,000 wins, was it? In case I run into more people in need of help on the way back. I'm sure I'll find just the right thing. Alright, 1,000 wins. Oh. There we go. 1,000 wins. This is a weird one. So it has a bit of charisma to the end and almost there in terms of defense. Alright. Let's try doing that. Oh. Alright. And a little bit more in defense. And let's see. It should be a bit more windy. Oh no, it's too much. Let's actually draw this. Okay. So now we'll do a bit more. Oh, that's too much. Hmm. No, I don't think we need any of these. Oh, come on. Get in here. Hmm. I wonder if we actually need to do the opposite. We start with this. Then we go with this. Nope. Hmm. I wonder why it isn't working. Let's see. Circling 1,000 winds, you become as charming and elusive as their messengers. Somehow that feels exactly like resting on a top tropical island, enjoying a refreshing drink in pleasant company. Its airy swirls are perfect for avoiding unwanted questions. Ooh. Hmm. Yeah, it doesn't like tell you to add infusions there. Hmm. Yeah, there are no infusions that can help things out. All right. Maybe this will work. It is odd. This is odd. Yeah, I know, right? It feels weird. Yeah. I don't get it. It should tell me that I got 1,000 wins, but it still doesn't. It's very finicky for some reason. Hmm. I don't know. I don't think adding them would help with anything, right? Let me see, though. Yeah, no, it doesn't do anything. Hmm. Man, this is so weird. All right, let's see what else can we do. You have to find a solution for this. None of these would help, I think. Nope, you have to... Yeah, this is odd, right? Man, why isn't this working? I did it exactly as the picture told me, right? So I did it like this. And there's no other clues? No, it doesn't seem like it. You see, this is correct. But then when I try to add this, it doesn't do anything. Man. Hold on, let me see if people on the internet actually talked about it. Let me see. Tavern Talk Drinks. Drinks Guide, yeah. Let me see that. It says here, for many drinks, there's unveils what you get needing to go. You can make strength or dominant. To make the right shape of the coaster. I wonder. Oh, hey, Kirby. Welcome. How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Is that... Yeah, from what I read, what happened to you earlier today? Man... 12 hours of just being all over the place is just, yeah, super tiring. Make sure you get some good rest. Yeah. All right. Man, come on. Average Wednesday, Thursday, unfortunately. Ah. Yeah, there's got to be some of those kind of days. Man, this should have worked. You see how close this is? Oh, I'll try again. I wonder if we... I don't think it'll work, but let me save just in case. That's not the right drink. It has to be a recipe that fits. Did you grab some of the birthday Ollie merch? No. Yeah. I have a few expected plans that I had to pay for at least this month, so I'm skipping, unfortunately. I am excited for the other thing that I did get related to our merch, so that'll be pretty cool. Yeah. Ah, man, this is so confusing. Should I just make it like half-half, I guess? Just excited for it, so yeah. No, it's... Oh my god, this is... This is slightly frustrating. I don't know why it's not working. May I say what I found when after Googling? Yes, please, Alex. I would appreciate it. Let me see. Yeah, I already drawn it here. I would have drawn it here. I'm sorry. But I found this 1001 uses an infusion, the honey flower or the golden feather. It requires an infusion? No way. It doesn't even tell me that it needs an infusion. All right, I'll give it a try. see. Okay. Oh my god. The game doesn't even tell you that you need an infusion. Oh my god. So that's how you do it. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it. It's either I didn't notice or the game wasn't very clear, because sometimes you have drinks where it tells you you need to put the infusion. All right. Well, guess I gotta give it to her. Give it to them. I'm sorry. A breezy drink inspired by you and your kindness. Thank you. Your drinks are still the highlight of my day. He makes the best drinks, right? They're okay. Alright, no problem, Kirby. You go. You gotta get some rest. That's the most important thing. Rest well, Kirby. It might have been overlooked by accident. Maybe I missed something, but I don't know. It doesn't, like, tell you that you have to use infusions in order to make the stats a bit more apparent. But okay, now I know. For now. Really? Do you actually think that? Or is it because of a thing where you just don't want to be nice? People seem to do that a lot for some reason. They taste good. As good as things can taste when you're, me. Well said. Thank you. By the way, I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Fable. I'm an elf and a ranger, and I come here a lot. In that case, we will be able to make that sweet drink for Malachite. True. We can actually make it better next time. They are also an incredibly courageous and a capable hero. That's not true. Not yet. I'm working on it. Being a hero, I mean. Why? Because I dream of adventure and all the wonderfully exciting things it can bring. And I want to help people. Why? Why not? I'm Malachite. Oh, you're Mal. I mean, Malachite, obviously. Melly just talked about a Mal. She said they, or I guess you, are very cool and her new friend. She sounded very happy about it. We're not friends. She just won't leave me alone. Oh, okay. Then why do you spend time with her if you don't like her? It sounds really mean. She keeps following me. And you take her along? Not by choice. I don't know you well enough to judge the truth behind all this. But I think you'd be honest with her and with yourself. Honesty goes a long way. I also believe that thing in Zolford could be fixed with honesty as well. You mean the missing familiar? I heard several familiars are missing actually. And I believe with so many mages and familiars present, someone is bound to know something. But maybe they're scared to face possible consequences for their honesty. Sounds like Zolford is going through an eventful time. My god, Melly and Mal dynamic is so cute. And they just started to know each other. Thank you for letting me know. I'll keep an eye or two out for future developments. Zoford isn't very far from here, is it? Not too far. It's in eastern Fisoa, and is, to my knowledge, the bigger harbor town that the Republic has to offer. I can only recommend its many summer festivals. Very pretty fireworks. Why? Does it sound like it's something up your alley? No, not mine, but Melina is seeking her first quest. Maybe this could be something for her. She needs to practice her skills outside of risk-free theory. Good idea. I'll see if I can reserve it for her. Sorry for asking, but first quest? I thought Millie just turned 10. Isn't that a bit young for quests? No. I was a similar age when I ventured on my first quest. The one with the horrifying nightmare creatures? Yes. Oh, that's sad. No, that's cool. No, I think that's a little sad. Children shouldn't have to face such danger that early. Why not? It's always there. Might as well confront them with it when they're young, so they can accept its existence in their lives. That's an insane thing to say. Just because the world can be horrible doesn't mean we should confront children with that fact as early as we can. It's already bad enough that us grown-ups have to deal with it so much. Why should they just accept it if we can make the world a better place for them instead? I mean, when you're on a quest with, I quote, horrifying nightmare creatures, weren't you scared? Wouldn't you have preferred not to be alone? It builds character. A character that thinks we should put other kids in miserable situations? Sure did a lot of good for you there. Oh. Ooh, that's a burn right there. Weren't your parents worried to death about you? Uh-oh. Got enough rumors to make a quest yet, innkeeper? Not yet. Give me another day. People are so busy talking about or ignoring all that star debris, they're losing sight of the important things. Like feeding me new information. Is that very nutritious for you? No, but it's fun. In that case, the fun I can provide in a day is running out. Unfortunately, the horrors of this world do not stop chasing me nor anyone else. I shall take my leave. Good luck. See you around, with less horrors, I hope. Now I'm worried. About Malachite or Melly? Both. Are you really going to send her on that quest? If she wants to go. But I don't think you have to worry about it that much. Zoford is a beautiful city with a very low crime rate. I think she can handle a couple of rowdy familiars. And I doubt she'd be going alone. I hope not. There's a little worse than being alone when you're scared. Very true. Are you scared of anything? Bad Yelp reviews. I guess that's their own variation of Yelp? I see. Ah, maybe you should keep working on your mixology skills. Then you should be fine. I'm trying. Fear is a powerful motivator. Or a powerful paralyzing poison. Or that. I would ask what you're afraid of, but the answer would be everything? Is it? Yes, but I'm working on not letting my fear stop me. I might not be able to avoid feeling afraid. I can always just do things when scared. Rather than not at all. Maybe. That's still a terrifying thought. How do you handle situations you're afraid of? I used to have this terrible habit of just walking away from the things that scared me, but with the right people by your side, staying becomes less of a crushing weight on your shoulders. You realize that even if things aren't perfectly comfortable, they are still worth experiencing. Bad reviews. Yeah, that's everywhere, no matter what world you're in. That sounds lovely. I've never seen friends of yours around the tavern before. Maybe you should invite them over sometime. Perhaps. One of my friends is sitting there right now. He's sitting here right now. Where? Wait, are they invisible? Oh, you mean me. That makes me really happy. Also makes me feel pretty bad about having to go back home. Don't worry. Go home, fix the many things that worry you. As long as you come back. Always. I'll see you tomorrow, innkeeper. See you tomorrow, my friend. Ah, man. Fable, they're just so precious. They're just so precious. We call them the elf failure, but that discussion she had with Malachite, or whatever name he wants to go with, was very nice. And very thought-provoking as well. Let's save. Let's save here. Okay, the rain sounds a bit loud, but yeah, we already saved, don't worry. But yeah, I think this should be a pretty good place to stop. We've been going for almost 3 hours and a half-ish for now. But yeah, progress has been pretty good. We got to learn of a bit of a calamity that surprisingly happened with the stars falling and destroying a lot of things. And we met even more characters. And we've even seen like unlikely alliances between some of them, which is pretty nice. It's nice to see these kind of character dynamics, like for example between Rhea and Kyle and Melia and Malachite, for example. They're pretty fun. Of course, again, as I said, Fable, still very precious. They're very precious. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching tonight, either live or via the archives. Tomorrow, we're continuing Marvel Thursdays, and we're playing Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. The pretty much black sheep of the Versus series. And I'll pretty much explain why it is. But it certainly is a worthwhile part of the Versus series, and it's pretty fun. And let me tell you, the announcer will still be one of the best that we've heard in fighting games, and I'll show you guys also why. So look forward to it. I definitely am. Yeah, we did manage to learn about hard drinks too. Now it should be pretty easier to pull off, hopefully, in the next few streams. But yeah, guys, take good care of yourselves. Have a great night, evening, or afternoon. And, well, I'll see you very, very soon. Bye-bye. Will that be on Twitch? Yes, it will be on both. Because so far, Restream has been doing pretty well. It'll be both on Twitch and YouTube. And yeah, I guess unless something happens, yeah, we're gonna keep going at the same pace. Hopefully no issues come up, especially with like graphically demanding games that may affect the bandwidth or the stream quality. But yeah, gonna keep it at this rate. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.